Hi, and welcome again with Umbraco tutorials. Today we are going to do together part 19. In the previous video, we have done together the upgrade from Umbraco 11 to Umbraco 12. And we talk a bit about the main features in Umbraco 12 and why we are interested about Umbraco 12. So we saw together the content delivery API, which was amazing feature, and I'm sure 100% will save for us time with our work. So the second one, it was the entity framework support. So today I want to focus on this feature, and I don't know. I think I had something in my head in the scenario. It's not production scenario, but something we can be useful in the entity support, and sorry, in the entity framework support, and also maybe can use it in different places maybe. Uh, so let's jump to the Umbraco blog here. So as you see in the previous video, we talked about the content delivery API. And tomorrow we can talk more about, or let's go in depth about support for entity framework. So here the main block for the creating custom database table with the entity framework. So what they are saying to us here, Umbraco, and we'll follow this. They have a nice example here, and we'll follow it, and we can depend back to us. We can do in our way, or we can do in their way. But there is something we have to follow, and the other stuff we can do by ourselves. So the main purpose of this feature is you can create a custom table to store your data inside that table. So that means you can have your own DB context. You can connect to that table. So, but why this feature? Why I need this? Because if I have something in Umbraco and already also I have something I can store, can create a document type, and I can store whatever I want there. But they are saying to you here, the benefit is you don't, if you want to store massive amount of data, so you don't need that data to be handled or edited in the back office. And also that will not affect the caching, Umbraco caching, and will be decoupling from Umbraco stuff. So it will be your own data. You create your APIs for that. You can create you will handle everything in that one. And they give you warning to be careful of everything you are doing. And the Umbraco, they will not be responsible on that data you are creating or that tables you are creating. So they are putting for us example here. They are creating a blog comment, and I have created something to be honest with you, but I wanna just make sure we are doing the right step with this one. So the things I have in my mind is we can create something. Let's suppose same as a table. We have contact us page in our template. Let me get that template. I can show you what that's. So this is our main template. So what I was planning to do, so we'll create contact page. Inside the contact page, we'll create table. That table will store the name, full name, email, and subject, and the message. So rather than we handle that using so some people, what they do, if you click here straight away, they will take this data and will package it and send it using any SMTP email. But here what we'll do now, that's what they do. That is the correct solution. But here we need to do scenario for the entity framework. So I said let's create a table, call it contact us with this field, and we store the data inside it. And after that we can create the endpoint for it. So that's what will be the scenario we are doing. So first things what we need to do is we'll create inside the models, we'll create new folder. This Umbraco models. I don't need the Umbraco models here. Sorry. Let's go in this one. So I will create something. I call it maybe custom entities. And inside that custom entities, I can create something called again one more folder just to make everything. Let's call it custom contact us. So here let's create a class. Let's call that the class also contact us. Oh, I don't need form. So we'll need ID and the message and the stuff here. So let's say this one here. I don't need the forum here too. And let's remove the forum from this. So this will be our main entity. Okay. And the second thing, so here we are following the steps here. So first thing, we create our entity. And second things, we'll create the DB context. Where we are going to put the DB context, I think the best things we can create maybe also folder in the app code. We can call it custom DB context. So inside that custom DB context, you create the class. And this DB context will be as a normal, as the same as the entity framework. So it will inherit from something called entity framework straight away. So here we have always the builder, CT. So the main builder. Also, I need to add the DB set for our tab. What we are doing currently, it's not Umbraco. We are doing something called entity framework. That's it. So let's back again. So they have created the DB context. And after that, we create our DB set. So here, this option here, they are adding the models here while doing the migration. They are doing the entity configuration. So you can do you can leave it here, or you can do it in a different class. I think it will be, if you create a class, it will be easier for us in the future if you have more than one table, so it will be messy a bit. So let's create a new folder. Let's call entity configuration. So that entity configuration, we can call something a new class inside this one. Let's call it contact us entity type config. That's it. So this one, it will inherit from where? From something called iConfiguration, and the configuration should implement these interfaces. So I have already wrote them somewhere to just save time. So what we are doing here, we are saying we have ID and we have the full name with max length, and we have the email, it should be required, and the subject also required, and the message. And the table will call it contact us. Just saving time for when building the migration. So now we can say we have done the steps or the stuff for the entity framework. So what we need to do now, we'll back to Umbraco work. So we need to copy this line. They said to have to copy this line and edit it under the build in the startup file. So let's go to the startup file, and under the build here, just add. So here you need I need my what you call it there, our DB context. Let's add the DB context, and also you need the connection string. So you can do the connection string using the config, or you can straight away just, I will do it for now. Just I will copy the connection string just to save time, and let's add our connection string here. And also Umbraco, always they like to add your provider. I think always you have to add the provider here. It's not optional, so you have to add. I think the library, it will be Microsoft Data SQL client. It will be here, and let's save it. Let's try again. So after we added it there, and we add our connection string, and they are saying to us, you can build your migration here. You can call anything, but after that, yeah, let's stop in here and let's go build our migration. So how we can build our migration? Again, as I said, it's just entity framework, nothing more. Let's close this one and close this one. And let's open our database to see are we doing the right stuff or not. So here our database called Umbraco 10.2. I'll just make correct the same 10.2, yeah. So if you open the 10.2, the tables, you can't see nothing here. The table contact us does not exist. So let's close this one and close. We don't need this one here. And let's go to tools, to NuGet Package Manager, and let's add. I think we need to add one library here, but let's make sure. Let's check it first. If you need it, we'll add it. I think we need to add something called Entity Framework tools. So let's say add dash migration. Add dash nothing coming. So that's the library. We just need to install this library. Let me just take it from somewhere very quick. And let's go to our project. And let's add it very quick to, I can add it here. And no, let's copy it from here, easier. Z, we don't need this one. Let's install that from the package manager, better for us. And we can say, please give me this one. And then install it. So we need this tool to just run our migration. Because as we said, we are not relying on Umbraco anymore now. Umbraco, they use something called in Poco, I think. So something it's not related to what we have here. So let's rebuild the project. I think they mentioned something about Poco somewhere. Not this one. I think we can see it there. Till we finish that one. I'm not seeing anything. I think I just check it somewhere. Maybe I can. Ah, yeah, here. So, but they are saying important note here. Umbraco is still using something called Umbraco. I think you can Umbraco something similar to the entity framework. We are building. I think it's all good now. So let's go by my migration. So what we can call the migration here, init, or let's call it good name. Create. What we can say, create contact us table dash context. So our migration name, we call it custom db context. You have to mention because you have to mention the context here. Just set the name and just click it enter like this. It should give you the generated migration. It's working. Yeah, that's it. So here the magic file, we get it here. We don't need to read anything. We are not installing things here. Just close it, and it is here now. That's fantastic. So the next step in Umbraco, they said to us, so if you are working with .NET or sorry with the entity framework, you can do something on the project startup. Always they check if there is any migration, new migration, you can run it. But Umbraco also they're giving you option here. They said to you, we can do that in Umbraco here. If you back to our file. So they said to you, I think we worked before with the stuff, the notification handler. We've done a few work with it, and we'll continue on here on it. So what they are saying to us here, they said you can run the migration in Umbraco startup, and when you Umbraco application start a notification, you can call your migration, and if there is any new migration, they will straight away run it for you. And also after that, call it in the composer. But we'll do it something in our way. So in our previous project, if we back again, where is it? In this one. So we did something with the composer. We have two ways, to be honest with you. We can do it here. We can do it in the composer, or no, it will be in our custom composer. So we don't need to build anything new. So, but how we can do that one? We can go to notification folder. We have done something before with the Google API for the custom search. So that was in the when you are publishing anything. So I need to check it if that content is right or no. If it's right, okay. If it's not right, that I have to show you a message. But that where just when we are publishing something, as you see, I will back again one more time here in this notification. I see something here when the content publishing notification. So always they will wait something publish it, so they will show you that key, the error or that if an issue there with it. But here what we'll do, we need something in the startup. So what we'll do here, let's create a new class. We'll create a new composer for a custom composer. We can call it run custom DB context migration. That will inherit from something called, as we said, we are doing on the startup now. It's not on any DB or any something being published. So that exactly will copy the data exactly same from here. And I think we can add from ourselves here. And let's do like this. I will copy it and I will add it here. So what we said, we copy, we create an instance for our DB context. And why we are having issue here with this one. Let's check. I think just we need to include the library. And that's it. So what we have done, similar what the Umbraco people they do there, just we create this composer or the notification, and it will check in the startup if anything's new. We'll call this one straight away. So this file, but this file is still same file is exists, but someone should trigger this file. So how can we trigger that file? We need to go to the composer and we in the composer notification, that folder we created long time, if you remember that same. So here in this one, I can, to be honest with you, just duplicate this line and add my the action I need to do, which was this one, and also the file name. So this is my file name, which it is this one, and the action I wanted to do. But this here, the issue with this one just need to be, I think, a sync here, because we have a sync job in this one here. Yeah, as you see here. So that's everything we need. I don't need to add anything in the startup. Why? Because we already adding this custom notification in the service. So if you see here in Umbraco people what they've done, that is straight away to the composer here. That's no issue with it. I think that's fine too. I think that I'm not sure, but I think they use that one when you create a custom library or custom package in Umbraco. Also, that's nice. But in our situation now, we have something already there. So just we need to add it to the Umbraco builder. So let's do breakpoint here and we run our project. Let's see what will happen now. That's will show us what will happen. So here's our database. Still, there is no table here called contact us. And we run the project. So just we need to see what will happen here when the project start and the project startup. So the second step after this one, we can talk about Umbraco API very quick because we have created the table. So if I need to add or delete or update or I do anything in this table, so I need API to bridge that table to fetch that data from that table. So as we said, that's one, it's out of the scope of, from the Umbraco back office. So we need to create our custom endpoint for it. That will be easy and simple. That will give us also good time to see what we have in Umbraco APIs there. I think I have already, oh yeah, we are here now. So let's go second step and hopefully all good and all good. I think if we open this one here, we can hover on it, no problem, and you can done. If there is any migration, they said, yeah, you have too many migration. I think only one with that many. So here we have this migration that we have created together. That's migration exists but not applied. So let's go like this now. So that's what we are doing here in this a few lines. If you remember something in an entity framework called database update or update database. Let me just check it. I can't remember. Update dash. Yeah. So in this a few lines here, we are doing this command. So rather than you do it manual, or if you don't want to do it, so I'm sure you can do it in entity framework if you want. But this Umbraco, they say to you, you can use the Umbraco notification for that. So after we check here, our Umbraco project is working fine. So if we go to the tables and let's refresh our database and say like this, and show me my table, please. We should see something called migration in this one. There is nothing. And the issue, we are not getting any notification what's happening. Let me just refresh one more time. Sometime that no, we are not getting anything. Let's restart it one more time. And how we can detect if we have an issue or no. Did I run the right project or I ran the wrong one? Yeah, I think this one. So let's say here, try catch, and this one, please. So let's say this one here, and let's check if there's any X here, and the light is here. So let's see if there is an issue. It could sometime delay, but I don't think so, because we are working local. And let's refresh one more time. Something took time, because they should show you the migration tables or this crazy IDE could be not good. But let's check to see if there is anything in our migration. So we are here. There is something here. Nice. Yeah, I think I had same that issue. I think this issue sometime happened because we are running a sync here. So I think if you check the previous step with what they are saying in Umbraco there, you have to use the eye composer. Maybe because we are doing a bit smart and we are using our own way, that could break it. So, but anyway, let's remove the async from here, and we can try. Yeah, let's leave it like this. That's fine, and let's try run it again one more time. So I think why? Because we are using here async, and we are using something different. To be honest with you, so that could break it. But let's see with this one. Hopefully we'll done it here. So that's one way, and we can use what they have provided to there. That's still fine. So we are running the project, and let's same time open the Crazy app here. Let's see when this was running. I should same check if there is any error. It will stop on the breakpoint. Hopefully nothing. So this video going longer and longer, and yeah, that's everything's nice. So what you have done, just we have removed the async. As I said, that's our way. You can use that 100%. That's correct. You can use this one or that one. So in here, after we refresh this one here, you can see something called EF migration history, and also you should see our table. So that's our custom table. So our custom table should be empty and nothing inside it here. Let's stop here today, and in next video we'll build the Umbraco API. We'll talk a bit about Umbraco APIs, and we can build also, let's say, the front end for that contact us page, the fields and the input fields, and we build the JavaScript for it. And we can see after that we can do the next step. That will be more work on it. That's it for this video. I hope this video is useful and help you to work with Umbraco entity framework. See you in the next video.